Welcome everyone to the newly branded Lone Star Spirit. And if you have been following this channel, you may have an idea of what drove this particular change. And if you're not, I'll give you a quick synopsis of what drove this. Basically, the TMOLR acronym, the Mind of Little Rage, was a brand that I set up probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was hoping basically that it would translate over into this project. And it really has not. And it became kind of cumbersome for me to say, and it just sounded clumsy, and 7 syllables just didn't work for me. So I did put out a bit of a poll on a couple of the social media platforms that I'm on. Got, unfortunately, very little in the feedback realm, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. People have other things to do than to worry about polls and names of programs and things like that. So I just took it upon myself to go ahead and rename or rebrand this program. So Lone Star Spirit seems to roll off the tongue a whole lot better than TMOLR Texas did. So also, there's going to be a little bit of a presentation change. You may notice that went with more of a minimalist backdrop here, just the camera, very simple graphics. I do not want it to become convoluted and cluttered. I see a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of them are very cluttered with graphics and things like that. And it kind of bugs me a little bit that those are there. It kind of takes the attention away from what the video is there to actually talk about and present. So I'm going to try to stay with this minimalist view that I've got on the screen now. And some of the things have not changed. The Brazoria Reddit is still there, still up and running. Have not had a whole lot of time to go ahead and keep posting on there, but I will be having a concerted effort to be more active in that subreddit. The TMOLR Texas subreddit is still there. You can't delete subreddits apparently. So it's still there. I'm not going to be posting in it probably much at all. But there is a brand new subreddit called Lone Star Spirit that I invite you to become members of. And with that, we're going to go ahead and expand the presentation and subject matter on this particular program to also include current events and the issues that are affecting Texans and Texas, and get into those things and talk about them. And I'd love to have some type of open discussion, get guests on the program. I've got a lot of great ideas that we're going to be exploring here in the upcoming weeks. And the only thing that has not changed is the email that you can reach me at, and you can see it there at the bottom of the page. The TMOLR1973@gmail.com is still going to be the best way to reach me through email. It'd be silly to change it since I have a lot of the subscriptions and things like that for this channel at that email address. So we're just going to keep that one there. But speaking of the scroll at the bottom, that's also going to be a place for additional information. I may put Bible verses and things of that nature there. But that's there for additional information. Also, with that, I'm trying to figure out what to do with this green screen. I never really mastered the art, I guess. Every time I tried it, it just didn't look good. It looked grainy. It looked like a really bad B movie, and I figure this it may just stay up there for color as a contrast of what I'm wearing and skin tone, all that other stuff, and it may come down, and this behind me is going to be something that uh, it's probably going to change. I've got a couple of things that I can put on the wall here to kind of so it's not like a white background, a solid white background or anything like that. So we're gonna change that just a little bit as time progresses. With the change, one thing that I did mention in my Easter message video, and I'll put up a link to that here in the corner. The the thing with the current events, one of the things that's just it seems to be dominating a lot of talk in the state of Texas is the push for uh, Texas secession from the United States. I think there was a poll done. I want to say it was in 2020, maybe the fall or spring. I can't remember the exact date, but it was in 2020. There was an overwhelming majority, 66% of likely voters in the state of Texas seemed to favor Texas seceding from the Union. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this particular subject because I do have some other things to get into. But look, I am just as sick and tired of the politics that seem to dominate the American culture, the American society. I am sick and tired of the two-party system, and that is something. And I've said this on multiple occasions. This is something that I feel we were warned about from the very beginning of this country, that the two-party system was basically going to lead to the demise of America as a nation, as a constitutional republic. It's not a democracy. We were not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. Understand that, please. But I am with this two-party system. We have elected officials, people in Congress, the Senate, governors, mayors, police chiefs, judges, sheriffs, from the president all the way down to the lowest school board individual that has an elected position. We, as voters, as citizens, we have to deal with people who tell us one thing to get elected and then go into office and do something completely different. And I, for one, am pretty sick and tired of it. And I hope that some of you, most of you, all of you are getting pretty sick and tired of it as well. I don't claim to be a Republican, and I dang sure do not claim to be a Democrat in any way, shape, form, or fashion. To me, both of those terms are poisonous terms. They're evil terms. I believe that both the Republicans and the Democrats are leading us to the same end goal, just one is moving faster than the other. However, when it comes to secession and how fed up a lot of Texans like myself are with the current state of politics in America, it is very easy for Texans to just say, you know what, screw this, we're out. We don't want to be a part of this anymore. But as powerful as that feeling is, there are a lot of other things that we need to take into consideration. Things like what's going to happen with something as simple as college sports. How is that going to affect colleges, college sports, college education? How is that going to affect our money? If Texas were to secede from the union and become an independent country, an independent republic, is our money going to be based on the gold and silver standard? Is it going to be a fiat currency, which we unfortunately have to suffer through with our current American money system? It's a fiat currency, meaning there's nothing backing it. It's credit. It comes from thin air. So, and just another reason to not be a fan of, not call myself a Republican. That was Nixon that took us off of the gold standard. And I think that was a very, very bad move. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I need I need to stop. I'm gonna get on a line of statements that it's going to be very hard to get off of. So we're going to move on. So with the updated graphics and everything like that, I'm trying to get a little bit more. I don't know what the word is. Maybe creative with certain things. Creative is a broad term, but something that I think would be very cool is just having maybe like a split screen or something like that, where the image to the left would be me, and then if I need to put in any videos or ideas or anything like that, I've got that nice big space over to my right that can be used for that. Just something simple. I'm simple when it comes to things. I don't need all kinds of special effects and all that other crazy stuff with my programming. You don't need it either, apparently. So it's great in the movies, but for YouTube videos, maybe not so much, especially when you really don't know what the heck you're doing. But regardless, couple of things that are going to be coming up in the future that I'm really, really excited about is, first off, we've got the Great North American Eclipse is coming tomorrow, April 8th. Unfortunately, here in Texas, the path of totality except maybe in a few distinct places, is going to be marred by cloud cover and thunderstorms. So if you're in Texas and you're hoping to see it, you might be able to see it maybe north of Waco, or going up to kind of toward the northeast section of Texas. You might be able to see it there. Here in the Houston area, the southeast Texas, we're expecting cloudy skies. Thunderstorms are supposed to start up either late tonight or into early tomorrow morning. And this thing could go all the way through Wednesday. So down here, we're probably not going to really see the eclipse. We may see it get dark for about 3 or 4 minutes and, return to normal after that. But if you are going to be going to a place to view this astronomical event, make sure that you're using common sense. I know it goes without saying, but don't look at the sun directly unless you've got those eclipse glasses on that filter out the UV light. Don't look at the eclipse through your cell phone if you're filming it. I probably wouldn't even film it with a cell phone. You never know what that's going to do to it. But and if you're on the side of the road, if you're on a highway somewhere, make sure that you're not impeding the flow of traffic. You're not putting anybody else's life in danger or your own life in danger. Be safe. Use common sense. Let's get through this great event tomorrow as safe uh, and safe and sound as we possibly can. So also, this is a big week for the program too. This Saturday, we will be making a trip to the Chapel Hill Blue Bonnet Festival. That's on the 13th and 14th, which is Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I will be there on Saturday. I'm very excited. It's been about 5 years or so since I've been to the Blue Bonnet Festival. It's been quite a while. My mother has never gone, so the both of us are going to go to the Blue Bonnet Festival. We're going to check it out. I'm going to go around and try to talk to as many people as I can and check out all the vendors and all the festivities that are going on there. If you are in the Brenham, Houston, Austin, if you're in Dallas, I don't care if you're in El Paso, I don't care if you're in Oklahoma, if you're in Louisiana, come down to the Chapel Hill Blue Bonnet Festival this coming weekend, the 13th and 14th. It is a great time. I was in a band when I lived in Brenham. We played the Blue Bonnet Festival and the Scarecrow Festival during the fall months. I think we had two performances there. It's just a great time for everybody. Very family friendly. And it's just a good time for all. So we will be there on this coming Saturday, which I'm very excited about. Some other things that are going to be coming up with the program. We're rapidly approaching hurricane season, and from what I believe the Texas Almanac and from the leading hurricane experts are saying that this coming hurricane season is going to be one for the record books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 programs on just the hurricanes, some of the significant hurricanes that have hit the Texas Gulf Coast. So we're talking Alicia, Carla, Ike, and of course the big one, which was Harvey and the 1900 Galveston hurricane. I'm hoping to get some interviews with people who were here during Harvey, get their stories on how it affected them. And chances are there's nobody alive that was there for the 1900 Galveston hurricane, but I'm going to be doing my diligent research on all of those storms. And we may even cover Allison, which was basically a really strong tropical storm that hit the Texas Gulf Coast. But that's going to be coming up. We are also in the midst of tornado season, and since already been a very active season, they're calling for tornadoes with the 2 weather systems that are currently coming across the United States. They're talking gorilla hail in certain areas of northeastern Texas. We could get hail down here in the Houston area, but I'm fascinated by severe weather. I have sometimes I call it a morbid fascination with severe weather. So we're definitely going to be talking about a lot of the weather aspects here in the near future. But also one other thing that I would like to do is go ahead and put up some information over here to the right concerning not only the Blue Bonnet Festival that's coming up. So I'm going to give their Facebook page, give you the address to the Facebook page. Also, with the previous talk of Texas secession, I'm going to leave some information about the I think it's called the Texas Nationalist Movement, TNM. They've got, I believe it's a weekly podcast that comes out. It's very, very interesting. And I believe it's worth your time if you just want to know a little bit more information on what is going on with this Texas nationalist movement towards the secession of Texas from the United States. There's a lot of things going on with that, and you can definitely educate yourself by taking just a few minutes to watch these. I believe they're around about an hour long with these podcasts, but there's a wealth of information in a lot of those videos. So make sure you go and check those out if you're interested in that. And that's going to pretty much wrap up this very first inaugural episode of Lone Star Spirit. Let me know what you think of the new layout. Is it a little bit too plain? Is it is it something that you like? I really do appreciate any feedback that I get. Also, make sure you're going and checking out the 2 subreddits that I have open. The one that's passing right under me right now, which is the Brazoria Reddit. You can reach me at the email tmolr1973@gmail.com. And then coming onto the screen right now is going to be the subreddit for this channel. Make sure you go and check those out. Become a member. Put your 2 cents in. Let me know what's on your mind. We can talk about these issues, these current events that are going on. You can give me ideas for future episodes, historical places to check out, because at the end of the day, even though we're expanding, history is always going to be the backbone of this channel. So Texas has one of the most diverse and richest histories of any state, any nation in the world. We're going to spotlight a lot of that here. And I appreciate everyone who has taken, if you've just viewed even half of one video, I am immensely thankful for any kind of support. If you put a like, if you became a subscriber on YouTube, if you are a follower on Rumble, thank you so very much for taking time to view these videos and checking them out. And until next time, this is Charles with Lone Star Spirit. May God bless you in everything that you do. And until next week, everyone have a great week. We'll see you then.